If you're into content production for digital or TV, say hello to the MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touch.
I love this suit as well. I love the fabric. It's really, really nice. Do you know what? Every single Monday, you give me a vibe of. You give me a different. No, like a corporate vibe, but like a different confidence as well. I think it's the suit.
No, you know, we like to switch the moods.
Yeah, because I feel like when you're wearing a suit, you have like a different vibe, and then when you're wearing like your casual but smart wear, you also have like a different vibe. So it's like what you wear goes with your personality, kind of thing.
You see,
yeah,
you know,
I like that.
That's what I'm talking
I like
about.
that.
But anyways, guys, let's tell you what's going to be happening
Absolutely.
in the next 2 hours. But before that, do you know why Kendrick Lamar is trending?
Yes, his album is out. His album is out. Yes, absolutely. A lot of people have had a lot of things to say about that as well. But so many things happened during the weekend.
My goodness,
BGMAs,
Kitty winning artists.
Exactly. Sports. Let's not mention Manchester because it's not important at this point. You know.
Please, let's not even mention my match against Tottenham. We drew.
I know, right?
Hopes to win the Premier League this season.
Oh, but don't worry. But like I know a lot of things happen in the world of entertainment, sports, international news as well. So we're going to bring you all of that.
Absolutely, we'll be telling you all about it in Coffee Daily, our very first segment of the show.
Absolutely.
Telling you also the trending stories around the world in the last 24 hours.
Did you experience any power cut on Saturday?
I told you that you should move from your area and come to my
but
area.
I always tell you this. My area, I hardly ever go through any power cut issues.
I told you, Biko has been doing lots of works on that stretch of yours.
Ever. So it went off, and I was getting ready to go out for my friend's dinner. My best friends, by the way, belated happy birthday, Lorraine. I love you. But anyways, so it went off as I was getting ready. And after that, I was supposed to also go for Sinari's premiere. And shame on you. I actually have an excuse. It is a good enough excuse. My lights went off. It came back on around 12:30 a.m. 12:30 a.m. and my night was just spoiled and I just couldn't do anything else.
I didn't get lights off.
A lot of people did. A lot of people. I was on Twitter and I was just following what everybody was saying. A lot of people complained about not having lights.
Yeah. Complained that it didn't even come on until Sunday evening.
Yeah. Some of them. Some of them even started on Friday. Went off on Friday.
Has there been an explanation?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Anyway, so we're talking about all of that.
Absolutely. And then on Lifestyle Daily today, we'll be talking about stock. Today we'll show or learn how to eventually trade in stocks. And it's very important. I told you how my brother-in-law is into finance and stock exchange and all of that. So he's taught me one or two things, but you're still doing that conversation now, you
Absolutely.
Okay, I actually will have that conversation.
No, I have that conversation.
Are you
Thank
sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Aww.
I like to have that conversation. So you said I'm wearing suits, so
I know, right?
I'll do suit things. Anyways, and our hashtag today is Motivation Monday. We like to inspire you on Mondays, and our special guest is the CEO of GH Media School. He'll be sharing his inspirational journey with us.
Absolutely, and on the plug today, we'll be hosting Ghanaian musician Jacqueline Oforiwa Amanfo, and we actually can't wait because she'll be giving us some live performance.
Yeah, this is a Monday, so we want to start off on a very godly note.
Holy note.
Guys, remember you're a major part of the show. We'd like to hear from you right now. Okay, so join us online on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube at MX24GH, especially on Twitter. Please, when you comment, just add the hashtag #TheAM Club, okay?
Absolutely. You can also reach us via WhatsApp number 0550-331-511. Send in your comments, video reactions to all the stories that we cover right here on the show. Especially, like I always say, for Coffee Daily and Lifestyle Daily, we'd like to hear from you and what you think about the stories that we are sharing with you.
Let's start off the entire show after our introduction with My Daily Dose of Vim. That's how we start the show. Hashtag My Daily Dose of Vim, or as some of you may call it, My DDOV. It is what keeps you inspired, what keeps you motivated. And Edma said she has low energy today. So, you know, we need quotes, music, videos, you know, Bible quotes it could be. Anything that inspires you could probably inspire and ginger out, you know, this morning. So we'd like to hear from you. Send it to our WhatsApp number, 055-033-1511. Let me see if I can remember something I discussed with somebody over the weekend.
Okay.
And we're having a conversation, and she said she thinks that sometimes life is almost like a race against time. So it's almost like Time looks at us every morning we wake up and says, okay, it's you versus me.
Yeah.
In the next 24 hours,
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge you.
Absolutely.
Let's see if you can achieve the things that you say you will achieve just today. Let's start off with today.
Do you know the Einstein's theory of time?
Tell me.
How time is relative to whoever? So for example, you know how they say, some people come out and say we have the same 24 hours. Actually, no, we do not have the same 24 hours because time is relative to how you live your life. And he actually has like a whole theory about that. So for example, if he used like other planets as an example, if you go to a planet like Jupiter, where obviously the gravity there is much dense, time is slower. So for example, 1 second here on Earth, it's like a year.
Over there, because it takes forever
Exactly. So it's like time is, and you can use it for your daily life or compare it to another person's life as well. Time is relative to how you live your life and not necessarily because like we have the same 24-hour, you know, on Earth. It's more deeper than that. It's a whole theory that he came up with. Yeah. So if you know about it, let us know on our WhatsApp number 0550331551. Just, you know, refresh my mind. I read it some time ago when I was at school, but I can't really remember it again. But anyways, let's move on. And to begin the week, our Daily Dose of Him is one of our favorite songs by Kirk Franklin, and it's called My Life. Enjoy.
Studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com.
MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first.
If you're into content production for digital or TV, say hello to the MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com.
exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and that was a rendition of Kirk Franklin's song, My Life is in Your Hands, one of our favorite songs right here in the studio, and I hope that it was able to inspire you, as today is a Monday, to keep you going throughout the whole week. It's now time for hashtag MyDDOV, hashtag MyDailyDoseOfHim. Send in what inspires you, what motivates you via our WhatsApp number 0550-331-511. Let us know. Let me know, and I read it right here, right now. Okay, so let me head to my WhatsApp number and read some of your DDOVs coming in. Like I said, do not forget to add your name and where you're sending it from. Okay, so this person said, good morning, I am watching from Nananko in the Western region. My name is Classic Kofi Bila. Okay, Classic Kofi, didn't add your DDOV. Please next time add your DDOV, okay? So good morning, my DDOV is James chapter 5 verses 11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. We count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. Okay, and this is by Namiche in Sampa. All right. Let's move on to some more DDOVs. Good morning, MX24 TV. My motivation this morning is forgive and grow. I'm James from Winchi. Now I have for forgive and grow. Absolutely. Please, my name is Ricky, as in Gucci. Ricky, as in Gucci. Okay, and this is my version of Richie. Okay, next time, please add your DDOV. All right. Anyways, let me read just some more. DDOVs coming in. Struggling in dirty moves to survive is far better than staying clean to disturb your neighbors. This is a funny one. Please, my name is Anaya from Ntonso, Kumasi. All right. Good morning. I am Daniela, watching you live from Elmina. Edma, you're looking good. Mwah, chop kiss. Okay, Daniela, thank you. Next time, add your DDOV. Okay, so, sorry. Okay, hold on. All right. So, wow. All right, hold on. Okay, so EKQ Prime said it's not too late. Hashtag is not too late. Okay. Good morning, AM Club. Godwin's is in high spirit and is beautiful. He is indeed. We are responsible for our happiness. Na Afi from Takrade. Absolutely right. Thank you so much, guys, for sending in your DDOV. It's now time for us to move to Coffee Daily, where we recap the biggest trending stories in the last 24 hours. And as usual, Godwin is standing by with the very first story.
I know Nafi Jan, she's one of our avid viewers.
Oh, really?
So good morning to you, Nafi, wherever you're watching from.
Yeah,
Are you still on your leave or you're back to work?
She said she's watching from Takrade.
Oh, from Takrade.
Yes.
Right. Anyways, but let's jump into our stories for this morning. And we start off with the speech by the Otumfuo Osei-Tutu. Now, the Asante Hene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II says the government's flagship program, the Free Senior High School Initiative, is taking a huge toll on the national budget. The Asante Hene also lamented that the implementation of the Free Senior High School policy has worsened the unemployment situation in the country. Speaking at a Memphis in May event at the University of Memphis in the United States of America, the Asante Hene said the flagship program, despite increasing secondary school enrollment, has put a huge strain on the country's budget or limited resources, thereby aggravating existing job creation challenges. And here's a highlight of his speech.
When we ascended the Golden Stool 23 years ago, we proclaimed education as the ultimate priority of our reign. In furtherance of our priority, we established a foundation to support the education of children from poor backgrounds. It has become, so far, the largest private intervention in education in the country's history and has provided for students who would otherwise have been deprived of basic education, among them persons who have risen to serve as ministers of state and justices of the courts. Now the current government has introduced free education up to senior high school, which now ensures that all Ghanaian children from whatever background are guaranteed free education. Considering the value of education to the nation, this must be one of the boldest policies of the nation. But it also brings its challenges. It puts a huge strain on the national budget and raises further challenge about the creation of jobs for the increasing number of graduates. I'm sure the brilliant minds assembled here in this audience and beyond will be reassured that Ghana is on the right path, able to weather the storm and sustain its chosen democratic path, and deserves the fulsome support and collaboration from the United States of America. I look forward to initiating collaboration between your university here and our premier University of Science and Technology, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Kumasi, in the sciences and entrepreneurship development. I thank you all for listening to me.
The Asante Hini Otunfo Osaitu to the second. Now, I've heard different arguments, briefly, I've heard different arguments about what he said. And some have said that, yes, it's true, it's put a huge strain on our national budget. So the question is, does that mean we should scrap free SHS? Or should we find other means to continue it? You know, so anyways, basically.
Yeah, let's move on to some business news. The Ghana Chamber of Telecommunication has urged the public to caution of persons poisoned at staff of Ghana Revenue Authority (JOA) to steal money from mobile money accounts of users following the rollout of the electronic transfer levy. The implementation of the new 1.5% value tax, which took effect last week, has been fraught with a number of challenges, including the non-application of some exemptions from the tax. The Telecommunications Chamber has expressed concern that some persons are taking advantage of the situation to call mobile money users on the guise of assisting them to revert a wrongful deduction and end up withdrawing monies of those who fall prey. So be cautious out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's move on now, guys. The Parliamentary Select Committee on Local Government and Rural Development has invited striking members of the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, CLOSAG, to an emergency meeting over the association's ongoing industrial action. The meeting, scheduled for Monday, May 9, 2022, will hinge on the non-payment of the political neutrality allowance, which has forced the group to embark on strike for 2 weeks. The demand for the allowance has been criticized by many, including civil society organizations, yet the association says the strike will not be called off until its demands are met.
Move on to some international news. The airline operators of Nigeria have suspended its decision to withdraw its services across all airports in the country. Barely a day before the association planned to effect the withdrawal, it explained that it was suspending the decision in the interest of the national economy and security considerations. Nigeria's airline were to stop domestic operations from today in protest of the increasing cost of jet fuel. In Nigeria, fuel prices have risen almost fourfolds this year. The hikes have been triggered principally by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And despite being Africa's largest oil producer, Nigeria imports almost all its jet fuel. Crazy. Disturbing.
Very disturbing. But moving on to some sports news now. A goal in each half consigned the Black Starlights to a defeat in their opening match of the WAFU B Under-20 Championship against Nigeria in Niamey, Niger. The Black Starlights were unable to pull a goal back or draw parity despite the several goals scoring opportunities that came their way. The win takes the Nigerians on top of Group B with 3 points, with the Satellites needing a win against Burkina Faso on Saturday to progress from the group. And away from Ghana to Europe, Liverpool came from behind to draw 1-1 with Tottenham at Anfield as the Reds suffered a setback in their Premier League title hopes. Heung-min Song's goal early in the second half had threatened to bring a first Premier League home defeat of the season for Jurgen Klopp's side before Luis Diaz leveled things up later on.
And the crossbar face to face with Van Dijk.
MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first.
Back with 3 points clear on top of the league table. We're not going to talk about it, are we? It's okay. Anyways, to some tennis action. Tunisia's Ons Jabeur recovered from a mid-March struggle at the Madrid Open to become the first African player to win a WTA 1000 event. The 27-year-old chilled 4-1 early on and failed to win a game in the second set, but still beat Jessica Pegula 7-5, 0-6, 6-2.
Keys to the match. Jabeur serving love 3.
Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that
has been amended or mandated, to protect small businesses from dominant competition practices and provide consumers more control over their personal data. The unit will also stop technology companies from unfairly promoting their own services and provide individuals with more decision-making power over how their data is used and handled by tech firms, such as opting out or of targeted personalized adverts. It will also have the ability to levy fines of up to 10% of global annual turnovers if platforms giant fail to comply with tailored codes of conduct. Good news.
That's it, right? Yes, please catch up with all the action, the news highlights, and your best stories on ms24online.com.
It's now time for us to deep dive into the world of entertainment and showbiz. Please do stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is still the AM Club live on MX24 TV, where we bring you all the fun, fearless, and factual content. It's now time for MX Breaks, and I'm going to bring you everything that's been trending in the world of entertainment and showbiz, not just here in Ghana, but around the world. Okay, so let's just jump straight into our very first story. And the 23rd edition of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards came off on Friday and Saturday at the Grand Arena in Accra. The very first night of the event saw familiar MOG Beats, Wizkid, Kwesi P, Stonebwoy, and MOG Beat Again take home several awards. So Kiddy won the Artist of the Year, the biggest award of the night. He also won other categories, including the Vodafone Most Popular Song of the Year, Reggae, Best Reggae / Dancehall Song of the Year, and Afrobeat Afropop Artist of the Year. Black Sheriff also won the Best Hip Hop Song and Best New Artist. Congratulations to every single person who were nominated and won an award on the night.
Yep, I believe it's well deserved for all of them. Kiddy especially, I mean, he's worked really hard. Lyrical Joe was on our show recently.
Yeah,
and he also won, what did he win? Best Rap Performance as well. Anyways.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to other news happening in the world of entertainment. Michi pulled a prank on Ghanaians on her birthday over the weekend. So she shared pregnancy photos on her social media account, wishing herself a happy birthday. Her post raised many questions as people deliberated whether she was really pregnant or just joking. She later confirmed that she was pulling a prank and that she wanted to portray to Ghanaians that not everything you see on social media should be believed. I guess she did whatever she had to do.
Was that a fake bum?
Yeah, it was. She actually came out holding the silicone.
Ah, she's a silicone fake.
Yeah.
And that doesn't match her skin so well.
Photoshop.
What?
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
But I did different colors
Ah.
to match your skin.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would believe this if I saw it.
Sorry?
I would believe this if I saw it.
No, I knew she wasn't pregnant. I mean, she's been posting videos of herself, like...
And you're like, when did all of a sudden...
Exactly, you can't just grow a bump, like, overnight. But
see.
anyways, so let's move on to some international entertainment news. And the man charged with killing Nicki Minaj's father pleaded guilty on Friday. Robert Mirage was hit by a car in February of 2021, which then fled the scene, but was later identified as Charles Polivish's vehicle. So Polivish, evaded the 7-year he was facing behind bars as the judge agreed to sentence the 71-year-old to a maximum of 1 year in prison, along with community service and having his license suspended. May his soul rest in peace again. I remember covering the story. But yes, it seems like Chris Rock is ready to make light of the Oscars slap. In a recent show alongside comedian Dave Chappelle, the entertainer shared a few words about the incident. Chappelle compared smacks and told Chris that at least he got smacked by someone of repute. He, on the other hand, got smacked by a homeless guy with leaves in his hair. Chris allegedly responded that he got smacked by the softest N-word that ever rapped. Okay, I mean, this was trending on Twitter. The guy's arms were dislocated and so on and so forth. But anyways, guys, that's about it from the world of entertainment and showbiz right here on the AM Club. It's now time for us to move on to Lifestyle Daily, meaning that Coffee Daily is over. And if you've been following, thank you very much for sending in your thoughts and comments. Coming up next is Lifestyle Daily, and today we're going to talk about how to trade in stocks.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, here's Waymaker by Sinach and Joy. We'll be right back.
It's 24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com. Fair on the 26th and 27th of March. Buy Ghana to grow Ghana. MX24 Studios, TV shows and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com.
Your era, MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music.
MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024-235-5956 or 054-454-8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com.
6th edition of the annual Kumasi Fashion Week returns in collaboration with the African Makeup and Beauty Fair this May. From the Thursday 12th to the Sunday 15th May 2022, live at the Kumasi City Mall. Admission is free. Get ready for the best of fashion and beauty the continent has to offer in Kumasi. Come and experience shopping, education, sales, demos, giveaways, competitions, mega discounts, special fashion installations and thrilling runway shows from both international and local brands you know and new ones you are going to love. Tickets available for the runway shows selling at 80 Ghana cedis per day and 150 Ghana cedis and 200 cedis for full package and VIP respectively. Kumasi Fashion Week 2022. Welcome culture, commerce and couture. Powered by Kumasi City Mall, JOA Agency, Zoe Plus Limited and Makeup Ghana.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is still the AM Club Live on MX24, where we make sure to bring you loads of fun, fearless and factual content and to keep you also inspired, entertained and informed. It's now time for Lifestyle Daily, but before we get into Lifestyle Daily, let me just remind you that beauty collides with fashion at Ghana's second largest city or sacrum. Get ready for an thrilling experience, and it's the 2022 African Makeup and Beauty Fair, dubbed AMB Fair Kumasi Invasion, in collaboration with the annual Kumasi Fashion Week. So it comes off from the 12th to 15th of May 2022 at the Kumasi City Mall, sponsored by MX24 TV, Verna Mineral Water, elevated by EcoBank, ATL Fabrics, Macberry Biscuit, Maybelline Ghana, and Zoe Plus. Admission is absolutely free. The 2022 AMB Fair Kumasi Fashion Week shall comprise shall comprise of sales and exhibitions, fashion talks and master classes, live demonstrations, beauty photo booth, fashion illustrations, runway shows, fashion shows, and so many more. So the event is powered by Makeup Ghana, JOA Ghana, and the Kumasi City Mall. And it's not time for Lifestyle Daily, like I mentioned, and we will be talking about trading in stock. So if the thought of investing in stock market scares you, you are not alone. A lot of people have limited experience in stock investing and are either terrified by horror stories or by investors losing, or convinced by hot tips that promise of huge rewards but hardly paid off. Today's conversation will help you understand the basics of trading stocks, and will also answer all your questions about the topic. So do make sure that you stay tuned for that, because Godwin is on standby with our
Thank you very much, Shohimala, for that. Like Edmund rightly said, we are discussing how to trade in stocks. Now, over the years, we've heard, as a young man or woman, when you're coming up, they tell you that aside your salary as an employee or even as an employer, your side hustles, your small jobs, you also have to try and invest or trade in stocks. So that's what we are discussing this morning. If you're very interested, then welcome to the conversation, and do well to send us your questions and thoughts to our WhatsApp number, 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511. Now, joining me for this conversation via Zoom is this fine gentleman, Elikem Agbosu. I like to call him Elikem Kwesi Agbosu. He is a fund manager, and he's joining us to answer some few questions on this particular topic. Elikem, good morning.
Good morning, Godwin.
How are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing very well. Purple is a nice color to start the week with.
Oh, good. Then I picked the right choice today.
You did, absolutely.
So there's always that Monday morning confusion. Which one do I pick out? So,
you see, I was doing the same thing. I was like, I'll go with blue. Blue is easy to go with. But Elikem, let's talk about trading in stocks. And of course, my first question will be for our viewers who do not understand what stocks are. First of all, to understand what it is. So, what are stocks?
So stocks are investments that make you a shareholder in a company. So we know that there are business owners and there are normal types of investments you can do with a bank, fixed deposits, treasury bills. However, we've observed that take someone like Elon Musk. He's very wealthy because he started certain companies and he owns shares in those companies which are listed. A lot of the wealthy people became rich by owning stocks, but they are risky. So what happens is you go to a stock exchange and you buy a share of a company and you become a shareholder. It means if the business does well, you benefit. If it doesn't do well, you can lose some of your money. It also means that if they make profits and they declare dividends, you get a share of it. You get to attend meetings and vote at the annual general meetings. So really, stock investments is just about becoming a shareholder, taking more risk to get higher reward at the end of that investment. Yeah.
And even in a layman's understanding, a more layman's understanding, can I say that stocks are basically owning a part of a company that you do not necessarily probably started with them? All right, so just, okay.
Yes.
All right, that's good.
Yes.
Now, we often hear stocks and bonds in the same sentence. And for a long time, I thought stocks were the same as bonds. So just to digress a little bit, what's the difference between stocks and bonds? Now, we know what stocks are, but what are bonds?
Okay. So bonds are long-term investments. That is like giving a loan to a company where they are expected, they must pay you back your principal plus your interest as you agree. But with stocks, once you invest, there's no guarantee that you get your money back. You are hoping that you get some of your money back in two forms: dividends that they will pay over time, and also the fact that you can sell your shares at a later date to someone else, hopefully at a higher price. So with stocks, there's no obligation to give you your money back. If the business goes bust, it goes bust. With bonds, if it goes bust, there's a whole liquidation process that can make sure that you can get some of your money back.
So basically, the difference here will be with stocks, you're buying a part of a company. But with bonds, you're loaning your money to the company to get an interest and your principal back. Very interesting. Now, someone asked me, what's the difference between stock trading and regular investment?
So the normal thing is when you are going to buy stocks, you are trading the stock. So it's really just lexicon, it's just semantics, just different words for the same thing. Stocks are a form of trading. However, let me take it a step further. Perhaps this person is thinking about the 10-day trading or more frequent trading, where some people would buy a stock today and sell tomorrow to try and make a quick CD of it. If you follow the news, international news about GameStop and meme stocks and Robinhood internationally, people are able to buy and sell very small stocks or very small portions of stocks at high frequency. That's perhaps is where people may be thinking about trading stocks, but it's pretty much just like starting any investment, buying and selling.
Very well. So now let's start with, of course, teach us how a person can trade in stocks. What is the process that I have to go through? I have some 10,000 CDs somewhere. I want to buy some stocks. What do I do?
Okay. So first, I'll put this in a context. Let's say you are working with Ghana, the Ghana Stock Exchange. You may like companies like Apple and Amazon and want to buy some. That's the international markets.
Okay.
But I want to focus on Ghana. So in Ghana, we have the Ghana Stock Exchange, where there are many stocks listed, about 40 something of them, and you could buy any of those shares. In order to access those shares, you need to go to a broker. So we have brokers like EcoBank. EcoBank have brokers. There EDs. There's IC Securities. IC Securities is a broker. Data Bank Brokerage Limited. There's GFX. There are a couple of brokers, and they would go and buy the shares on your behalf. So they get you set up and all that. Then to be able to know which company to buy, you need to ask these brokers to give you some information to help you make more informed decisions. But I'm sure you will ask about those, so I'll get into more details in a bit.
Okay, so I have to see...
and Godwin, Pardon me, let me just add this. Unfortunately, at this particular moment, with our tech-savvy audience, they will be trying to figure out how they can do this on their phones. Unfortunately, in Ghana, we are not there yet. We are just on the cusp of it. I'm sure in a few months, you'll be seeing some of these apps roll out. So you have to either call them, email them, or go to their physical offices.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right now, I'm curious to know, for those, not to advertise any particular brand, but for those, like some of the institutions you've mentioned, for people who have invested in, for instance, the EDC you're saying, for those who are with the data bank mutual funds and all that, is it the same? Is that them using your money to trade in stocks, or there's a different aspect to that where you go and say, I clearly just want to invest in stocks, so this is what I want to do? Is it the same thing?
Okay. No, so just to clarify, you mentioned mutual funds. For those are entirely different. But in terms of the brokerage, you go and direct them. You tell them, take this 10,000 cedis and invest it in this specific stocks. Right. So they don't do it of their own discretion. No, they don't. You have to tell them.
Now, what are some of the things I need to know before even going ahead and trading in stocks?
First thing is risk.
Risk.
People hear nice returns, yes. Like last year in 2021, Fan Milk did a killer, 300+%. Benzo Oil Palm, also huge returns. Now, everyone wants those kind of returns. But I tell you that the same people who invested in Fan Milk from 2018 or so saw the value of their investment lose about 90%. So imagine how your 10,000 becomes 1,000 cedis in the space of 2 years. That's the risk that we are talking about. With shares, the way they are traded, the prices go up and down, up and down. It's not like the bonds and fixed deposits and treasury bills that that your money is just slowly rising in a straight line. But with these ones, the values go up, down, up, down. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, do you have the heart? Is this money that you can invest for the long term? If it's money you can invest for 5 years, 10 years or more, do that. And from where you are starting in your intro, young people are well poised for these kind of investments because they have a long time ahead of them. The next thing is, as you are thinking long term, would you be okay knowing that if even though you are thinking 5 years down the line, in 1 year when you come, your 1,000 cedis turn to 900 cedis, what will you do? Will you freak out? Will you want to shout in the banking hall and make a ruckus? If that's you, please don't invest in shares. What you need to do is you need to be able to be patient and ride out the storms, because we've realized over time, the research has shown us, and people evidence, you could do the small bonds, bank fixed deposit, treasury bills, grow gradually. It will get you somewhere, right? But for the people who did the equity investments, the similar thing.
Elikim. Right. Elikim, can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Just as expected, we're going to encounter some, internet challenges.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, Elikim. We know this is bound to happen. This is Ghana, so.
Pardon me, an interfering call. This is when you set priority.
Oh, you got a call.
Mother's Day. Your mother
now I'm embarrassed.
My mother is probably calling me. So, she's on the exempted list. Pardon me.
It's understandable.
Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Shameless plug. So, pardon me, where I was. So the bonds would get you somewhere. Okay, the bonds would get you to a certain point. But over time, if you're able to ride out the storms, we've realized that the equities can even get you further, multiples more. So that's where there's potential for higher return. But the risk is you come in, you see your money go up and down, and that's the fact that you can't determine where it will be at a given point in time. So you just need to calm down. Yeah, that's what you need to know.
Mr. Agbasu, in the case of stocks, which we've defined as also owning shares in a company, meaning that you're a shareholder of the company, you should have some say in the company, shouldn't you? So when you realize that things are not going a certain way, how does a regular shareholder who may not necessarily be on the board of the company contribute to how they believe? I mean, their monies are there, so how do they contribute to how the company should be run?
Okay, so the harsh reality is that, especially in a space like Ghana, it's for the average investor, you have very little say because of how the votes work. But there are some ways you can still act. Usually, when you go to the annual general meeting, in the notice ahead of time, they'll tell you what they are going to vote on. And you can actually talk to the investor relations officer of the company to try and get certain resolutions or certain decisions on the agenda. And when you do that, you can get other investors to vote on it. The difficulty in that is it's not a one, you just raise your hand and say you want this and it will be done. You actually have to garner interest. So it's a sort of a capitalist democracy in a way. But if you really want to make change, you have to get other people on your side to make that change. But there's opportunity for you to vote.
Okay, so you did mention that there are risk factors when it comes to trading in stocks. And so let me ask you, what are some of the things likely to affect my money or my shares in a company?
Okay, so I'll give you a worst case scenario. So a few years ago, I think 2018, you know, UT Bank had their license revoked and they were liquidated.
Yeah.
UT Bank was a listed company. Shareholders in that company have still not received anything. This is 4 years after the fact. Chances are they are not going to receive anything
at all.
So point is, you can lose 100% of your money.
Wow.
And you need to be ready for that. Another thing is, the example I was giving with Farmilk some years ago, you can lose the value of your money. In 2018 also, I saw Total grow like about double in value, and in the space of a month, it came crashing down, lost all that gain. So if you got in too late and you bought at a high price, you bought 1,000 cedis worth, you can look at walking away with only 600 cedis, 400 cedis. So you can lose some of the value of your money. You could pay dividends, but not all companies will pay dividends. You know, if they are paying dividends like MTN, they pay dividends usually twice a year. And then you can say that, okay, at least you're getting something small back. But otherwise, really, those are the risks. When you need your money, the value would have gone down drastically.
My goodness, when you were starting out, you did say that, you know, most of the rich men in the world started by trading in stocks and buying shares in companies and then went into bonds and all that. And now I'm hearing, oh, in 2018, you know, this one fell and this one fell and, you know, people lost about 100% of their shares. So now I'm going to ask you what a good stock trading strategy is for beginners.
Okay, for beginners, I would say that the best is to use an equity mutual fund.
Okay.
So with a mutual fund, instead of you buying directly in a stock, what you do is you join other people who also want to buy stocks, and then you spread your risk. And on top of it, you give it to a professional like me to manage the funds for you, because chances are you don't know what is the right company to invest. You are busy with your day job trying to hustle and make some money. Why not just pay a small fee, 1%, 2%, to a professional to search for those investments and do them on your behalf? Another benefit of doing a mutual fund is that you may want to do just 1,000 cedis, but trying to spread it across, okay, I'll do 100 cedis in Standard Chartered shares, another 100 cedis in GCB, do a lot of different trades. Instead of all that drama, you can diversify by doing an equity mutual fund. For example, DataBank EPAC, EcoBank's EDC Balance Fund is not purely equity, but it's sort of balanced. So you still have exposure to equities in there. In there, all you do is you just make one deposit, and then as the investments are going up and down, you also benefit from it. Another reason why that's good is you get to experience how it is to see those ups and downs. Then when you check your heart level and you realize that you can handle that kind of risk, then maybe in a year or two later, you can try some more. But if you feel you are past that's way beginner, amateur stage, then the next best thing is start with, talk to your broker, get as much as information as you can, and start by putting maybe 1,000 cedis or whatever amount. Start with one particular company. Maybe you don't want to do lump sum. Spread it over 5 companies and do every month you program, I'll do 200 cedis in this company. Next month, I'll do another 200 in a different company. Have probably 5 good companies that you are confident in. And then build it slowly. Don't go all in. Just build it slowly and see how you would react to it. But definitely be willing to stay in for at least 5 years.
Now, one thing we don't like as young people is deductions, whether from banks or from wherever. We don't like those deductions at all. So, as you rightly mentioned, if I'm trading stocks to a fund manager like yourself, or let's say a broker yourself, and you're using the equity fund, like you're saying, this 1%, 2% that you're saying that I'll pay, am I paying it outrightly, or is going to be deducted from whatever I'm making on my shares?
Good point. So that's a good question to talk to these brokers and even the fund managers and asset managers before you get into it. Ask them what charges they are. With DataBank ePack, for example, not to advertise any companies, but just to give your audience a practical examples, there are exit charges if you want to withdraw before 5 years. You know, a lot of these equity funds put in those restrictions because they want people to stick in for the long term. That will come at the end when you are withdrawing. But usually these 1%, 2% I'm talking about, the fees, the management fees, they are usually taken before you even feel it. So they will tell you about returns. And if you are going to do these mutual funds, ask them for their fund fact sheets. They will tell you returns, and they will be net returns. That's after fees. So if you hear that a mutual fund has performed 20% or 35%, usually it's after the fees. So you know that after sorting them out, you even made this amount of return. But always just ask. You know, in finance, it's really about asking and reading the fine print too.
Mr. Agbosu, is trading in stocks a lucrative venture?
I think if you
that expression alone is scary for
someone
for me who hasn't started yet. Very interesting.
Yeah, so if you ask Warren Buffett, he is the most prolific investor. If you ask him, he would say, well, yeah, as one of the richest men, it's really paid off for him. But one thing you need to understand about those kind of investments is it takes time. These are not get rich quick schemes. For every one investor who has done very well in the stock market, there are probably 10, 20 who didn't do well. And usually the reasons why some people don't do well is because they want to get in and out very fast. But with equities, it's better to take your time, invest in good stocks, take your time and ride out the storms. It's lucrative if you think differently. You know, sell when people are buying, buy when people are selling. Those are the things that Warren Buffett will tell you. And it makes sense. When the market is going down, stocks are cheap. You know, so it's like going to the market. You buy things when they are cheap. You sell it when they are expensive. Have that same normal Makola traders mindset, and it will be very lucrative for you.
Very interesting. At least you've taught us how to trade in the Ghana Stock Exchange, if you want to, you know. But what about those who are interested in the brands like Apple and Amazon, like you said, the international companies? How do you go about it?
Okay, so for those, they would require a bit more research. Not a lot of organizations or well-established companies would let people from a country like Ghana invest. Some of them are, you know, these blacklisting lists. You know, they have impacts on us. And then there are lots of KYCs. I know of one organization, but the name is quite hard to remember the name. But they have a lot of KYC involved. So it can be quite cumbersome to set up. But once you set it up, you are good to go. So what I would say is do the research and make sure that whichever company that you are going to invest in, they are trusted entities internationally, and look out for SEC license. So SEC is the Securities and Exchange Commission license. There's also FINRA, the Finance Industry Regulatory Authority in the US. So FINRA, these are organizations that need to license these entities, because there are a lot of apps that are coming up that will let you invest in them, but you just need to make sure. I think Chipper Cash is one of those in Africa that are allowing, but they've not yet rolled it out in Ghana. But just make sure you do your due diligence.
Due diligence before somebody uses your this thing to do super. Anyways,
so
I tell you, what's the minimum amount a person can invest in or can buy a stock with?
So if you want to go directly to buy stocks, then the minimums may depend on the broker. Some brokers would say maybe start with 500 cedis or something else. But if you are doing it indirectly with the mutual funds and unit trusts, then It can be even as simple as 50 cedis. And you can even set up an instruction through mobile money or through your bank that every month they should deduct 50 cedis or even 20 cedis to start. It's that easy, and that's why it's a good place to start with the mutual funds.
Mr. Agbasu, lastly, what your last words basically when it comes to trading in stocks, what would you tell us?
Godwin, to our audience, it's really simple.
Okay.
Keep calm. Think long term. The market will go up or down. When the market goes down, you should buy more. I have so I manage investments for high net worth individuals. And some of my clients who trust me is because in years like 2018 and 2019, when the market was down, I didn't let them sell.
Right.
Because when you sell, sorry.
Please go ahead. Sorry, you broke. Yeah.
Good. Okay. So they trust me a lot because in the rough times, I encourage them to keep their money in. Even if you don't top up, just stay invested over the long term. Make sure that there's no money you need for school fees or for rent in a few months. No, long term, money that you can forget about. Don't be checking your statement until maybe every 6 months you can check to see the value, right? But think long term. And if you can, when the market is down, when you see that your returns are going negative, you are losing money, buy more. Because imagine that, look at it as a car. There will be, if there's a time when car prices will go low, you buy it when it's low. And then when the price goes up, then you sell it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the idea. So keep calm and think long term.
Sounds like a plan. Elikem Agbasu, now how do I reach you? How do we reach you if we want to on social media for our viewers who want to contact you?
Okay, so I'm on LinkedIn and on social media also. It's Money Convos GH. So Money Convos GH everywhere on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere.
Mr. Agbasu, thank you so much. We appreciate your time this morning. And do have a beautiful day.
Always a pleasure.
Elikem Agbasu is a fund manager, and we've been talking how to trade in stocks. Meanwhile, here is Mon Baby from the VGMA Artist of the Year, Kiddy. We'll be back.
Girls wanna have fun. Throw that ass back, machine gun. Oh, she's in action. Her melanin shining like the sun. Did you know that you're beautiful? I'm on baby, on baby. I will love you till the end. My sweetie boy, I hope you understand. I will love you till the end. I'm on baby. So me move your man, na me hunye me dead. So me move your man, na me hunye me dead. Take it out, boga mix, take away champagne, na me hunye me dead. I'm on baby. You should know, I don't go use you, got you cruise. So many girls, but you I choose. Sweetie till I say I'm into blues. Share, I want for them make them more confused. I will love you till the end. My sweetie boy, I hope you understand. I will love you till the end. I'm on baby. So me move your man, so me hunye me dead. So me move your man, so me hunye me dead. Take it out, boga mix, take away champagne, me hunye me dead. I'm on baby, on baby. I will love you till the end. My sweetie boy, I hope you understand. I will love you till the end. I'm on baby. Okay, sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. My hair, you day for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you don't be my baby.
What else?
I broke now my business. I show you go buy to get
I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, being called, yeah, bad things go from a side.
No hands, still I can't believe. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
shut up and bend over, eh? And let your backer do the talking over. So back up, back up.
You guys are doing beyond what a regular would do, and I'm attracted more to that. I like people who want to do something different, you know, not the usual TV.
What's up, guys? Your boy Kiddy, aka the Golden Boy, aka Sugar Daddy. Catch me on MX24.
It is fun, it is fearless, it is factual.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversation, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is still the AM Club Live on MX24, where we make sure to bring you loads of inspiring, entertaining, and informative content. And right here on the AM Club. And of course, we also make sure to bring you lots of fun, fearless, and factual content. It's now time for Motivation Monday. Today's hashtag. And it's time for us to share inspiring stories that would motivate you to pursue your dreams further. So our special guest today is the CEO and director of the Ghana School, the mother brand of the popular GH Media, GH Cosmetology, and GH Fashion Schools. He is also the CEO of Media Tribe Studio 233. He is a prolific and dynamic communication personnel, a trained marketer and an entrepreneur with over 8 years of working experience in different roles. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Leslie Listowell. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely welcome. So today we have so many things to talk about, especially when it comes to your journey and how it's going to motivate myself and our viewers out there. Because looking at what I just read right now, you have so many experience in different fields. So I know for a fact that with sharing your journey, regardless of what somebody is doing out there, just listening to your journey, they will get motivated by something because of the different fields that you have so many experience in. But let me just start, how are you? How are you doing?
Fine, I'm good.
Okay, welcome on the AM Club once again.
Thank you. This is my first time.
Yeah, so you're officially an AM Club member because it's your first time. All right, so just tell us a bit more about yourself. Who is Mr. Leslie Listowell, and what's your environment like?
Okay, I'm the CEO and director of GH, now GH Schools.
Yes.
We have GH Media School.
Yeah.
So with the media, where we were training people for the media, we saw that, yes, you have to make up before you go on set.
Yes.
So we started with GH Cosmetology School.
Okay.
So it's a beauty and cosmetology school. And it caught fire and it was doing well. Then we came up with costuming.
Yes.
So we came up with fashion school.
Yeah.
And it was also okay, and it's still doing well. And then now we have GH Catering School.
Wow.
And then we have GH Technology School. Technology, I'm talking about technology geared towards the media. So people who can fix cameras, who can repair cameras, troubleshoot.
Lights and
yes,
stuff
lights
like
and so on.
that,
Yeah. So they are complementary areas. So they are all doing well for us. So now it's GH schools. We are hoping that by the close of year or by the end of this year, we will amalgamate it into GH Technical University College.
Amazing.
Our things are almost through.
Yeah.
So by the close of the year, we will do that. It had not been smooth, but
of course,
yeah,
of course,
the
it's a journey. Has been there.
Enormous,
yeah. Yes. Okay, so now let's go back down memory lane, and let's talk about where it all started for you. So where you were born, if you don't mind mentioning that, where you went to school, senior high school, the university you went to as well, so we can get a fair idea of your educational background and how you eventually started your journey as becoming the CEO of Rector.
So I went to Institute of Divine Education, which we call Shalom Shalom, and that was in Koligono, where Shatala Wali went to school.
Yes.
So I went to, then I moved on to Sweden Secondary School, and then I came to Accra Polytechnic where I studied marketing. Okay. So I moved on to Central University to continue studying the marketing. So I did H&D marketing and then degree marketing. And because of the passion I had for media, when I finished with school, I applied to Net2 TV then, so I can still be in the media. And I was practically laid off because we were given quota. I was working as a marketing executive, we were given quota, and I couldn't meet my quota, so I was laid off. Now, that is where I tried to push the passion, that the passion is in television, so what can I do? At that time, I have started connecting people, people I have spoken to, but they were not ready for adverts. So when they were ready, I collected all of them and then started a television program for them called TV Market. So I started TV Market. I had a copy on Net2 TV, and then I had a copy on Crystal TV. So when I was laid off, I was having my taxi. I practically became a taxi driver. So I took the taxi and I drove the taxi, worked with it for 8 months. Sometimes I meet my mates.
Yes.
And
how did it make you feel?
It was wonderful. So when I meet them, it's either I stop and then charge some huge amount, or I don't stop at all. I remember this lady wasn't my classmate, but my schoolmate. And then she met me, stopped me, I stopped, and then she was like, she didn't know what to say. Is this the Listowell I know? Because at school I was very vocal. And then I was also very serious because I didn't want her to recognize me. Very serious, but it was hectic. My wife was like, when I was laid off, I stayed home. My wife was like, Charlie, go out there, go and look for something and do something. I don't want you to stay at home, and I have to move. I always tell people that business is about push and pull factors. There are some pull factors, the things that you see in the business that will let you go for it, like the profit you make, and then how the business will go on, and then your analysis that you would do. But there are some push factors. There are certain things that will push you. Let me tell you another story. I went to one of our old school reunion thing, and people were coming with their cars, dropping from, and some, I don't know, some were even borrowed cars and so on. But it was a push factor for me. It was pushing me that, hey, Listowell, because the way they knew me in school, I shouldn't be in that space. So it was one of the push things. I was looking at what I would do that will get me money, and that is the pull factor. So I was looking at the business that will. But we are motivating ourselves this morning. When your passion becomes your profession, it becomes easy for you.
Absolutely.
At any time, identify your passion and let it become your profession. When your passion becomes your profession, when you're doing the things that you do, you will do them with ease. Last 2 weeks, I was having script launch for my students, and there were 6 groups, and I did that every day for 6 days, and I wasn't tired. I was enjoying what I was doing. When I wake up and I'm going to work, I enjoy it. Kelvin called me that I have to be on TV. I was excited because that is my passion. That is my field. I like talking. I would love to talk. I want to motivate people. When your passion becomes your profession, you are good to go.
But you know, for especially the young ones out there who have probably just finished university, who are looking for a job or something to do. You know, you just mentioned how your passion, when your passion becomes your purpose, for example, it's easier for you to fulfill those purposes and those goals and ambitions. But then for you to also find your purpose is very hard. I feel like one thing I always say to every single person is, as a human being, the moment you find your purpose, the reason why you were created, and you find your gift, your inner gift, that's it for you. You would make sure that you can build on it and eventually make profit out of it because it's your gift. It comes easier and natural for you. But finding your purpose,
is
hard.
Yes, it's looking at where your interest lies. It's looking at what you can do. The bottom line is that ask yourself, what can I do that I'll continue to do even if I am not paid for? So maybe you love to do TV even if you're not paid for it. Yes, so get into it. Get some training. First of all, you need to dream. You need to look at it and then assume that you are doing it, right? So you need to dream. I always say that sometimes you need to dream big. When you dream big, nobody will charge you for dreaming. And when you dream, you need to acquire knowledge to support the dream. So first of all, identify what you can do that you can do with ease, the things you can do without being paid for, and then move on. Take a step. Sometimes we dream and we're just there, we're hoping, and it's been hoping. No, take a step, get closer to it, and then acquire the necessary knowledge that will move, that will push you closer to the dream. So if those things are there, then you begin to identify your real purpose.
Okay, so you mentioned how, when you were laid off work, I mean, that was probably like your first job after university. You were laid off, you had to, drive a taxi for some time. What kept you motivated during that period of time? Because a lot of people fall short, and eventually when they fall down grace, it's hard for them to get back up. But what makes a man is the way they get back up and not the way they fall. So what motivated you and inspired you to keep going and eventually push to find your purpose and, sustain it and become the person that you are now?
These two people motivated me. First of all, my wife. My wife was like, this is not a man I married. And when she say those things, she was saying something. When she says those things, they push me to the core. My wife would tell me, come on, this is not the Listowell I married. No, get up. Do, and that was why I was saying, she was telling me, go out there and go and find something to do. One time she was telling me, go and then come back in the evening. You just find a place to go and come back
instead of just staying at home.
Instead of staying at home. She believes that, no, I can do it. I can do something. So she was one. And then my mother. My mother had 7 children, and I was the only one who went to the university. And I was the only disgrace. And I became a disgrace for her because the whole thing was like, the one you spent money on is the worst of us. Even me, I wouldn't drive a taxi. Your university graduate, and those things up. And then my environment, I was looking at my house, my children, and so on. They were also pushing me. That is why I said I grouped them into push and pull factors. There are certain things that must drive you from the house. So I was going out and so on, and then I realized that my passion is in television. So I started my TV market thing. And then I developed, after dreaming and then acquiring the knowledge, you need to develop it. Whatever you find yourself doing, you need to develop it. Wherever you have to start. The difficulty is in the starting, but try and start. And then the next thing is developing it. So when you look at my my school, every time I was looking out for what I can do to develop it. So I started with the makeup, and it was heavy. So the GH Media School, then we started with GH Cosmetology School, Beauty and Cosmetology. I was also looking at sustaining it. What can I do? And then I came up with GH Fashion School, and it's wonderful. You see people acquiring skills. I'm talking about skills for life. And I was also looking at what else can I do? And then I came up with the catering school. I came up with the technology school. Wonderful. I have 2 students here who paved the way for my other students.
Wow.
They came from multimedia.
And
Mr. Sami Yeti asked them, which school? They said GH Media School. The man was like, wow. Called that they needed more students, and we have to bring those people in. So when anytime I see them, I feel fulfilled.
And of course, the fact that your students are also going out there representing what they've learned at school. I mean, you can go to school and just go to a work environment and just do whatever you're supposed to do. But then you can go to school, go to a working environment, experience and show what you've learned. And people will ask you, where did you learn this? So the fact that the students are also able to carry and hold the name of the school also means a lot. It means that they come from a really, really good school.
Really makes me fulfilled when I see them. I was coming this morning, almost about 3-4 of them receiving me nicely. You feel fulfilled. I feel fulfilled in my spirit, in my heart. You go to TV stations. I don't want to mention other stations here, but I get to some stations and the whole station is manned by my students.
Amazing.
And I'm so happy that these are young people and I've given them something to do.
Exactly.
So your dream can fuel other people's dream when you are able to identify your purpose and you are able to push it and develop it. So dream and then acquire knowledge to develop the dream. And then assess yourself periodically, all the time. So all the time, I assess myself. When you come to my school, I'm the chief servant. I'm not the boss. I'm the chief servant. I arrange chairs, I arrange tables, and do the things that an ordinary person would do.
Leadership by example.
With my staff, you don't have any boss. You don't have any genius staff. No, we are all workers, and we work with happiness. So anything at all you find yourself to do, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Stop it and get to find something else to do. But immediately you agree to do it wholeheartedly, and that will pave way. I normally say that your career is what you will carry, and later that career will carry you for life.
Absolutely.
So learn, invest in it, move with it, carry it along. In the middle of the road, the career then will carry you. So find what I motivate people with 5 Ds.
Okay, let us hear
the first D is for you to dream, and then the second D is the determination that will push the dream. So be determined. There are so many things that will come your way, but be determined. Apart from being determined, be also devoted to the cause and move it. Desire to push it to the highest level. And then finally, see a direction. See your destination. See your destination from now. That in the next 5 years, where do I want to be? In the next 2 years, where do I want to be? And let that be your focus. And move it. Push and push and push. And you will get there.
That's absolutely amazing. Hearing you speak right now, I'm so motivated. I was nearly about to share a tear, but I'm fine. But what would you say to your 18-year-old self if you had to go back in time? What kind of motivation would you give your 18-year-old self? Maybe during that period that you were like, what am I doing? Or a period that you're going through something, either positive or negative. What would you say to your younger self now that you've reached the stage that you've reached and you've learned so much throughout the course of life?
My only regret was that I didn't start early. I didn't start early. So
and sorry, not to cut you, but why would you say you didn't start early? What was the obstacle that was preventing you from starting earlier? I
was waiting for people. I was waiting for help. I was looking up to family members for help. I was instead of standing on my own, striving to do it, I was looking for help. So I started writing application letters. I started going to my uncles and aunties whilst I could start and do something. So if I had opportunity to turn those years where I was waiting on people, looking up to people, I would have thrown all those things back and then be on my own and push that dream. In fact, I saw those days as wasted days. There are 3 things you don't have to waste. There are 3 things you don't have to waste. The first is your time, and then your talent, and then the third one is your resources, which I would say your treasures, right? And then these 3 things, and I saw that I wasted some time. I wasted some time. I should have started earlier.
I'm sure a lot of people are in the position that you're in when you were 18. and they're still trying to find their purpose. They're still trying to find what inspires them, what the passion are, and so on and so forth. But with that being said, how can now one say that, okay, do you know what, let me wake up from this situation? It's easier said than done, and I know that every individual is different. But then what is that, I don't know what word to use, but what is it that wakes you up and say, do you know what, hey, that's it, get up? It could be anything. It could be maybe a tragedy. It could be love. It could be a wake-up call. Maybe Holy Spirit touching your soul that, you know what, wake up, hey, this is your destiny. But what is that wake-up call that if somebody is in that situation you were in whilst you were 18, what is that wake-up call that they need right now to know that, you know what, let me get myself out of this situation. Nobody's going to come and help me.
Yeah.
I need to help myself.
You see, one thing we say in this part of our world is that experience is the best teacher.
Absolutely.
But to me, I say experience is the worst teacher. People have gone through that lane. Why should you still go through that lane and fall? Right? So some people have the experiences.
Yeah.
We need to listen, and that is why I'm sharing mine today. That we need to listen and then start early, and then start from somewhere. So don't go down first. You don't need to go down. You don't need to pass through some of the experiences, because some of the experiences will kill you.
Of course.
What I went through that I survived, when you have to go through it, you will not survive. You will die. So you don't have the opportunity to tell your story.
Absolutely.
So you need to listen to such stories, and then you build your threshold from there. Then you move on from there. So moving to your question, I'll say the youth of today must realize what they can do and realize it as early as possible. Not wait on people to push them. You can identify it from within. The only thing that should push you should be where you want to be. You don't need to go totally broke before you realize, and before the wake up call you come. No.
And you know, last time I was reading something on Twitter, sorry to cut you, and somebody said they feel like Ghanaians love talking about their struggles. It's like it's a competition. I struggled more than you. You struggled more than I did. You know, it's like they want
and
to
all of
show,
us want to tell our stories, the worst stories.
Exactly.
So,
but why must you even get to that point?
Get to that point.
You know, where you have to struggle. And I was listening to a radio presenter, a very popular radio presenter, and he was like, when he went to university, he suffered, and it's like when he got to speak to other students from other universities, they also came with their own stories. Like they also suffered, so it's like a competition. It's like I suffer past you. Exactly, you know. So it's like, why must we get to that point?
No, the fact is, why do we wait to get to that point?
Exactly.
Right. And everything is for a purpose. So what you are passing through now, you just need to identify the positives.
Yes.
I studied marketing.
Yeah.
And my 8 years is not 8 years in the industry, it's 8 years of marketing education.
Just
marketing. So I studied marketing. And I was looking at how I can use the marketing to better what I'm doing now.
Exactly.
So you see my adverts, you see a lot of things. I wrote letters just last month. I wrote letters to all the TV stations, including MS. I came to meet your big bosses. I wrote letters to all the TV stations, telling them that this is what I want to do. I want to come up with contents and flood the TV stations with content, and then push the content for better arrangement. It's my marketing thing. I'm looking at how to market my school.
Of course.
So everything you're doing now has a correlation with you with what you want to be. So don't see, oh, I wanted to be a doctor and now I'm studying accounting. So no, the fact is there are accountants in the hospital.
Absolutely.
So you can work in the hospital anyway, not necessarily being a doctor, and use that to fuel what you want to achieve. So we normally wait, and some will tell you it's my mother who said I should study. It is God who told your mother that you should do
study.
that. Yes. So now the point is, what can you do with what you studied?
Yes.
Your father died, and so what? Your father could not take you to school, and so what? Now you are alive. What can you do? Your father did not give you the best of education. That is why you are alive. That is why you are not your father. You can give yourself the best of education. Some did not receive primary education and so on, but they have bettered themselves. So now it is you. Wake up and do something. We like shifting blames. And I have seen people who were left with billions of what have you and so on, and they squandered it overnight. I've seen people who started from the scratch and they are making it. It is you and not your parents. The fact that your parents brought you to the world is the number one thing that they did for you. The rest is up to you. I saw people who moved from the village. They came to Accra. They did not even know where they are going to sleep. But now they have mansions and so on. So push and move. It is you. Start now.
That's absolutely amazing. Let me quickly read some of our messages coming in on our WhatsApp number on 0550-331-511 and just quickly wrap up the conversation. So hello, So hello, my name is Alberta from Takrade. I woke up this morning feeling so down. Thank you, MX24 TV, and thank you for bringing Mr. Listowell today. I really needed to hear everything I'm hearing right now, and that's exactly what today's segment is about. #Motivation Monday. I am inspired myself. So this person said, hello, my name is Billy from Fante Nyankumase. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay, remember you can start at 30, fail at 35, start at 36, not be great, get better, go after the wrong business, find your lane, find the right business, start again at 40 and still succeed. There's still a space at the top. Let's go and grab ours. Absolutely agree with you all. And this person says, well, what a blessing this morning has been. I am so happy that I stayed tuned on MX24 TV watching the AM Club, #the AM Club. It's been an amazing show so far, and I've learned so much. One thing that I wanted to say is that I have been feeling stuck in life without knowing where to go, but from listening on today's program, I think that's what he was trying to say. I have learned so much. My name is Yao from Kumasi. Well, Yao, we are very grateful that you've actually taken something out of today's conversation. You've been able to motivate yourself as well. But Mr. Listowell, final words to anybody watching out there, and also if anybody wants to participate, become a student at your schools, where do they go to?
Let me start with the final words, and let me say something to the youth. Nobody can help you. You can help yourself. Look around and find what you can do. I see people holding iPhone 13, iPhone 12, costing almost about 6,000, 8,000, and they are looking for 2,000 cedis to start a business. My brother, my sister, you are holding your business in your hands, right? If you bought that phone and the purpose is to use it for something that will bring you money, I don't have a problem with it. People are wearing Brazilian wigs costing about 900 cedis, and they are on social media begging for 200 cedis. So you can look at what you have and start something with it. One time a lady came to me, had wanted to start school, they didn't have money, blah. I told her that, you know what, you are beautiful. Go to any of the electronic shops and tell them that they should give you their price lists. Take pictures of the things that they have there and put your number there, and then put your price, and tell them that when you come and buy, you will take just 5%. So they should add the 5% to the prices. She did that. Her name is Na Achanwa. She did that, and she's now the brand ambassador for. There is a new mall opposite the Bukum boxing arena. She's now the brand ambassador for. I told her, so go around and do that. So she was doing that with her phone and so on, and now they became friendly with her. She can pick the things and then even pay an installment. Now she is a serious electronic dealer.
Amazing.
We have it, but we are looking for it. Sometimes the things are in us, but we go out there looking for it. We hold it, but we still look out.
We also need that one person to also tell us just the same way you were that person for her.
Yes, your first resource is yourself.
Yeah.
And then if you have a phone, look at what you can do. You look at what you can do with it, and then start something. I believe that the youth of today must live up to expectations.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm here to motivate them that you can do it. provided you want to do it. Right, you can find GH Media School, or now GH Schools. So GH Media School, GH Cosmetology School, GH Fashion School at Achimota. We are at Achimota near the Achimota New Transport Terminal. And then the amazing thing is that our next admission is starting today.
Wow.
Today is the official opening of admission.
Okay.
So when I was called, I said, wow, this is
exactly
divine.
Absolutely. So if people want to also,
the forms are out today.
Okay, so do they have to come to Achimota at the office?
Yes, and then you can also get it online.
Online, yes.
ghschools.online.
Okay.
You can get our forms, fill the forms with your mobile money or ATM card, and then you buy your forms online, fill it online, and then push it to us.
That's absolutely amazing. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Leslie Listowell, and he is the CEO and rector of GH School and the mother brand of the popular GH Media, GH Cosmetology, GH Fashion School, so on and so forth. It's been an amazing conversation. Today's hashtag Motivation Monday, and I'm going to wrap up this conversation with the Afro Pop Music of the Year by Famia, and it's called Praise.
I'm serious. The same got to moon, I'm a sissy. You call me, could be a bar, me bar. Namina, second, I'm a contact. Cause we are still moving, show, baby. Timmy, I do my den, I'm a deep. About you met so many trinity. It's a dick, a gravy, been bunny me. Friday, I could be in my club. When I'm by our Korean, I'm a talking. One corner, one lana. So, what's the idea that I am? I ran to my bro, me down, come on down. But music, I'm a baby, no, I'm a baby, no, I'm tell me, Pano, come on, tell me, Pano, come and move you. I get to give me the shabby, I get to get in the shabby. Tell me, Pano, come on, tell me, Pano, come and move you. I get to get in the shabby.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah in the highest. Nyawa and yo nyame, wasin and yo nyame. All by your mercy and your grace, I am grateful. You've turned my life around. Now I'm a shining star.
Last year by this time I'm daddy. Me this cow, me go to but I'm a planning. I don't want to go do more routine, I have me. Dima teme kame kuti bona babe kame. Oka masam de via minte. Mene oka na se minte. I'm focused. The best I'm own boss. And ten wanna feel. I be boss and man I'm ante. They say my songs be a real one. And so until be a just having quan. I know go run from me. Today them say they be. Nani na me da say. Mama ta fonga so tiase. Teni pano kamani. Teni pano kamani. Kakiti give me the shabby. Kakiti get in the shabby. Teni pano kamani. Teni pano kamani. Kakiti get in the shabby.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah in the highest. Nyawa and yo nyame, wasin and yo nyame. All by your mercy and your grace, I am grateful. You turned my life around. Now I'm a shining star.
Hey, Abrantia, Aketesia, EB Family, Charlie, MX24. My baby, must say, baby, about them people that do a good, bad.
Hey guys. This is your girl, Miss Shasha.
This is the best MC, best hype man in Ghana 2020. I beg you success, the highest MC. Keep watching MX24.
It is fun, it is fearless, it is factual.
My hair, you day for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female who suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you don't be my baby.
What if
I broke now my business? I shall you go buy to.
And you know, I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, being called, yeah, bad things go from a side. I come aside. No hands, still I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversation, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Angelina, you be cool in my temperature. If you call,
say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make a see, take a picture.
in the leg book, boa.
Where the party day today? Hey mama, hey I ever say. Shake your body.
Yahweh, you came down from heaven to die for my sins. Even when I keep on sinning, you still don't watch me. To quiet me with your love, oh yeah. Baba God, which can love be this year? But Baba, which can love be this year? Oh my God, oh my God, and nobody choose anybody. Oh my God, oh my God, and nobody choose anybody. And everybody sing, oh, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh never, hey, and I have known all the God but you, and all the God but you, and all the God but you, yeah, I have known, yeah, all the God Another God. There is nobody like you, Jesus. Me too wana mombia. Na son kame wa na maya basa basa so kone moyete denea wona uchuchachim hey oh hinkesi wachim majinina minyankopon dia bena bonye manyo. Oh my God, I know go fit choose anybody over you. Oh my God, yeah. And I have no other God, and I have no, yeah. There is nobody like you, Jesus. Nobody, hey. Nobody. There is nobody, there is nobody, there is nobody like you, Jesus. There is nobody like you, Jesus. Hey. And I have no other God like you, Jesus. No other God like you, Jesus. Other God, and I have no other God. There is nobody like you, Jesus. I've tried you, hey, and I've tried you, and I've tried you. Other God like you, Jesus. Other God like you, Jesus. There is nobody like you, Jesus. There is nobody. No, nobody like you, Jesus. There is nobody.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Absolutely amazing.
Wow, guys, welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24 TV, home of fan feelers and factual stuff. And we are enjoying our Monday morning. We hope you are too, because that beautiful voice you heard is from Jacqueline Oforiwa Amanfo. Yeah. My goodness, what a voice.
Thank you very much.
I told you, it's the baritone, is this, I don't know whether it's baritone or it's your low notes.
Yeah.
My
like,
low notes.
It's amazing.
Thank you very much.
And we're happy to have you.
Absolutely.
I'm happy to be here.
This morning on the AM Club. I love the pink too that you're
Thank you.
serving us. Jacqueline, so like I said, you're welcome. And
thank you very much.
We want to get to know you more. So who is Jacqueline?
Jacqueline is a Tuesday born.
Hey, wait, hold on. She just said something that touched my heart. She said you were what?
I'm a Tuesday born.
We have now. One time.
Okay, so I'm the firstborn also, and I'm just a cute lady trying to, walk in line with the will of God for my life. I think, in summary, that's all.
Okay, so Jacqueline, that's very, very modest and very brief. Now I want to ask you a few things, like how you started music, when it started for you.
Okay, so I come from a family where everybody sings, but I was not a singer. I think I was not so much into music because I didn't have a good voice as at that time. So I had every family member singing. So definitely you would join them when, there is a choir practice or something of that sort. So that's how it started for me. But I wasn't so much into it till I got to the university. Then I took things seriously.
So did you go to singing classes, singing school?
Because I would like to know. I want to sing.
Exactly, because if it didn't start, if you believe that maybe it was in your head as well, sometimes it's you that feel like you don't know how to do it.
Because I know you know how to sing, but you still don't know how to sing.
It's not about me today, all right? Some people, you might think that, do you know what? You might not give the credit for your own skill and talent, but then when other people hear it, other people see, they're like, wow, you're absolutely amazing. So was it one of those scenarios where...
Never.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't sing?
I couldn't sing.
Okay.
It was that bad,
okay.
honestly.
So you went for lessons?
I didn't really have, one person teaching me that, okay, I want to be a good singer, so kindly teach me or something of that sort. I loved to listen to music, but I didn't see myself as a singer at that time, so I wasn't so much into it. But I think the choir rehearsals that I kept on going, and the fact that as time went on, the desire started coming. So, I had to pray about it. And I believe that God knows what He wants to do with us in the future.
Absolutely.
I think there are things that I can do that I don't know yet. So probably in the future, I would do things that I never thought I was going to do. So I think that's how things happen for me.
So curiously, who held your hand at it? There definitely has to be somebody or a group of people who held your hand, like you said, choir rehearsals, anybody in particular when you were on campus, like you said, fellowship, who held your hands and said, you know what, go this way, go that way?
Okay, so when I entered into music, I remember I joined a particular choir in Sunyane, Wings of Love, but I wasn't so active. Then through to the university, I joined UCC Mass Choir. So I had people like Greg, I had people like Nava Music helping me, I believe. And in Kumasi too, I have a choir, CBC Incorporated, and I believe they also helped me. And the fact that I helped myself, and the fact that God, God also helped me. I think majority of it had to come from God and myself.
All right. So today is Motivation Monday right here on the show, and I spoke to Mr. Listowell, and he mentioned that, with him, he got a wake-up call. It was that, stop depending on people, wake up, find your purpose. The moment you find your purpose and you find your passion, doing it comes easy, and you wouldn't even want to do it because of profits that you can get from it, but just because you want to showcase the talent that you have. So would you say that it was the same thing with you, when you got that wake-up call that, I want to do music?
Yeah, I quite remember that when I wanted to do music actively, I spotted some few people in the industry that I felt they could help me. But, everybody have their own wahala they are dealing with. So people may not have time for you. And as at that time, I thought I was the one they were rejecting. But I also realized that they also had their own things they had to deal with. So I had to, pull myself back, then, do this in quotes by myself in the way that God wants me to go. So if you are waiting for someone, trust me, you wouldn't go anywhere till you make up your mind that I want to do this. And I believe that I was the right person for myself to have done this.
I like her motivation.
Yeah, I mean, today I think we're getting the same motivation as well, because we got the same thing from Mr. Leslie Listowell as well. He mentioned something very similar right now. So I think, getting your own motivation and being your own or self-motivated and getting that wake-up call that, definitely. Wake up and do it because you can. It's definitely something that today we need to take.
Are you like a fellowship leader or a preacher? Or?
I'm not a fellowship leader. I think I have the gift of teaching.
Right, it's the way she talks.
Yeah.
What do you fellowship?
God Life Encounter.
Okay.
Beautiful. Now we know you also have a song with
Emoji.
Yes.
Emoji, tell us about it.
Okay, so that particular song, initially I wasn't going to have emoji on it, but after listening to the song, I actually recorded it, then listening to the song over and over again, and it was an album I was putting together. So I needed someone to, I needed to feature someone on it. So definitely, I remember I had a dream about that, performing with him. So I just had to, speak to some few people, and they told me he's the right person. So sometimes you can get the dream, sometimes you can get that, instinct that you should do, but you have to consult people before you do it. So that was how it happened. Then trying to get to him was quite difficult. Yeah, but his wife, God bless you so much, helped me, because apparently she had heard of me, and I passed through the back door, and she spoke but I had to go through the official way anyway. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what we have playing in the background. Is that the official video for it?
Yes,
or
please.
Is this the official video?
Yes, please.
Maybe we'll listen to it a bit.
What shall I say unto you? What shall I say unto you? What shall I say unto you? Faithful God, faithful God. Lord, you will
Amazing song.
I know. On there on your screen.
I definitely feel like, yes, you're indeed right. Emoji was the right person for that song. Wow. Amazing song. Amazing. But in the future, do you want to collaborate with anybody else? Is there any particular artist, gospel artist, or even, I don't know, rapper maybe, who you'd want to collaborate with and, you know, make magic and preach the word of God through your music?
Definitely. I would want to have collaborations with people that I believe they fit for the particular song I want to put out there, and the people that, you know, are in agreement with what I am putting out there. So definitely, if the time comes and there's this particular person I want to feature, whether in Ghana, Nigeria, I mean UK or wherever, I would still, you know, consult the Holy Spirit for direction. Yeah,
absolutely.
But there's no particular person. Yeah.
Like you say, you
once the voice works for me, whether the person is known or not known, I go with the person.
And, and if anybody wants to stream your music, connect with you on social media, where do they go to?
Jacqueline Oforiuamanfo on Facebook, JOA Official on Twitter, Original JOA on Instagram, Jacqueline Oforiuamanfo on YouTube and all musical platforms online.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
So there you have it. It's time to wrap up the show.
Yes.
And then leave you in the hands of JOA. It's Joa. That's your name. Yeah. Joa, eh? Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to say a big thank you to everybody who's passed through the show today. Of course, we had Coffee Daily, Edma and I handling it. And then I had a conversation with Elikem Kwesi Agboso. He's a fund manager. And we discussed how to trade in stocks. If you missed that conversation, it's on our YouTube channel at MX24GH. Edma had lifestyle...
Motivation Monday. Today's hashtag daily. Today's hashtag Motivation Monday. I had a conversation with Mr. Leslie Listowell, and he's the CEO of GH Retro and GH Cosmetology school and so on, GH Fashion, so on and so forth. We had an amazing show. Just like Godwin said, if you missed any part of the show, do make sure that you head to our YouTube page at MX24GH. And lastly, on the plug, we had the one and only JOA joining us right here to give us a wonderful performance and tell us a bit more about herself as well. We wish you all the best of luck. And I know that a lot of things are in a pipeline for you, and you come back here and tell us what you've been up to from then on. But yes, my name is Edma Himalawe at Edmalawe on all social media platforms.
And my name is Godwin Nambo at Godwin Nambo on all social media platforms. If you want more updates on MX24 TV, please go to mx24online.com. We'll leave you in the hands of Joa.
Bye-bye.
Oh my Lord, more of you. Only you deserve my praise. Oh my Lord, more of you. Sing. Only you deserve my praise. Oh yeah. Oh my Lord, more of you. There is more of you. Only you deserve my praise. Oh Jesus. And I will praise you for the rest of my life, Lord. The things you do for me, all of it, Lord. My provider, miracle worker, among the gods, who is like you? And better is one day in your presence, and every day I wanna be closer, closer than ever, forever and ever. I am for more and more. Yeah. More of you. Oh, more. More of you, Jesus, yeah. And only you, Jesus, only you deserve my praise. Yeah. Oh God, oh more of you. Jehovah.